when I sit back and I watch, these videos, California's high speed rail progress challenges and all that, and then I watch the videos I post on YouTube, and I'm like, I see why the Messiah is the Messiah. I see why people read books on Sunday and pray to the spirit of the Messiah to save us from, stuff on TV. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Um, uh, the issue that we have with most people is when they read a hero story and they perceive it as a hero story, they put themselves in the position of the hero, and then if they're not capable of being the hero, they just go ahead and be the villain. Okay, and stuff. And if you're not trying to be the hero, there's no need for villains, right? And then he grabbed her, and then he tied her to the railroad track, and then a train started coming, and then along came Jones. Victory Day, right? It's for Pendejo. We know it's for Pendejo. Everybody knows it's for Pendejo. Okay? We've known it for 2,025 years. It's for Pendejo. But for some reason, he said, if you don't give me the deed to your ranch, I'll blow you all to bits. And then he tied her up. And then he lit the fuse to the dynamite. And then, along came Jones. Right? And Jones is always on the TV. Well, yeah, we saved all these people on the yacht in Miami. Yeah, you didn't save them. No. You just moved them from one condition to another condition. It's like Kenny Rogers in the first edition. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What condition my condition was in, right? Because the dollar sign still keeps us apart, right? But you know why I love you. And if our lives were only like children's nursery rhymes, let's try the Lord's Prayer. Then we don't have to sell books, and then you guys don't have to move people from point A to point B because they're drunk and acting stupid because they go to Formula One or NASCAR. Brain damage. You think? Please be 18. Please be 18. There's my son's Walker and Texas Ranger. I'll be over like you, all over you like a spider monkey, old man. Like peanut butter and ladies, right? Oh, Ricky Booby. I am the best Formula. No, I am. It's not him. He's crazy. I am the best Formula One racer in the whole world. I kick such a Baron's ass, Cohen's ass all over his Cohen. Oh my God. He may have a large genitalia, but I am a better race car driver. No, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, Val, RP, you saved our lives, RP, and the Barracuda that people turn in front of us. Yeah, but I don't drive at high rates of speed trying to see if I live or die. Well, I don't have a death wish. Me, Charlie Bronson movie or a Clint Eastwood movie. Live the Lord's Prayer. Then you don't have to beat somebody with your bare knuckles in Jackson Hole, Wyoming for money with an orangutan in your car, making sure that everybody knows you're turning right? I feel like such a mule. You should. Hey, look out, Andy Garcia. Andy, are you okay? Are you okay? Andy, have you heard about this one? Hey, you ever seen the mule? They blow Andy's head off, man. Andy Garcia, there were no animals harmed during the making of this film. Remember that? My dad was there in Hollywood in that time. They were going to get him a gig as a stuntman for Burt Reynolds. They looked a lot alike. Right? And Dad, first they offered him the casting couch and he said no. And then he said the thing that really kicked him over the edge is another studio was fighting over horses in one of the main features. And someone came in with a machete and destroyed and killed a lot of the horses. And Dad, he couldn't. I saw my flow with her new love and I couldn't stand no more. Next thing you know, Mom and Dad are in Flagstaff trying to get Dad to be a forest ranger, yeah. But they changed from in-state to out-of-state tuition. Then they ended up living at Grandma's in El Paso, and then I was born. Yeah. Book of Revelation. That's how it happened. Yeah, that's what happened. Well, Mom always said I was an accident. I was like, no, it's on a cool night. Just let me hold you by the firelight. Mom was excited because Dad had turned down the casting couch and turned down that horrible lifestyle in California and went back to try to be a forest ranger and got screwed by economics again. And then they ended up at Grandma's house in El Paso. From 30,000 feet above, I see it there, the desert floor below, right, da-na-na. A city with a legend, the West Texas city of El Paso. The place where Marianne had put Ralph in the Ford and drive up to Cruces that night, July 19th, 1966, pick up stakes, all right. The water boy was born there, and he's the real water boy because he's covered in the blood of Christ. Banana. The rest of you are all a bunch of pocket knives trying to stab him in the back, say, YouTuber dick. You're not nice. Banana. But the spirit of our father and Nino, little Earl, that night was distinguished by his mother's cries. She said, oh, the rest were saying, but all were occupied by languages from European to the land here that was not called Los Estados Unidos before people that look like me showed up. Carol, what are you doing? I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go along. It's really hard when you have to explain history in a song that doesn't have the same lyrics, right? I really like that song. Me too. Okay. We're driving back, car stuck in reverse, man. We're still driving backwards. I know. I feel like I'm stuck with two girls on a Coeur d'Alene Indian reservation, getting a ride to the bus station to go get Victor Joseph's ashes. Yeah, I do. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying? Anybody else? Is that Robert Redford? He's doing a cameo. Who the fuck you think you are, Stan Lee? Give him an Emmy. Give him an Emmy. No Emmy for you. No, my Emmy. Okay. Emmy Gracie Bird. I hope Emily Tice is okay. I do. I knew it was kind of a setup to torture my son, but I didn't want to say anything. You got to leave it alone. What happened? Leave a tender moment alone. Yeah. You don't badger your kids. You just wish them the best. Yeah. I would just hope that those two crazy kids can make it through this hell. They're both still stuck in it. You know, I still hope both those kids make it. Those two kids make it through this crazy hell. Mm-hmm. I even hope the guy that showed up with his ex-cop dad to harass Natalie makes it through this hell and doesn't get himself killed acting stupid. Well, because if you don't have the same hopes, dreams, and aspirations for other people's children as you do your own, you're a failure as a human being. Any of you Navy SEALs out there? Say, ooh-ah, right? Hey, if you don't have access to my surveillance, you're just not a very important person. The most important person in the whole wide world is you, and you don't even know. If you didn't get to see Earl cut across the lane between those two guys, one that was college and a professional basketball player, with it and throwing the ball like he was taking it, putting it in the trash can. That's what Bob said. He's like, Earl, your arm was so easy. Watch it. He goes, you were throwing the ball down into the basket. I was like, well, yeah. He's 6'6" with about a 46-inch vertical, and he's 6'10" with a 7-foot plus wingspan. Of course, I had to do that, Bob. What other choice did I have? Right? It was funny. What else was I supposed to do? I wasn't going to attack the basket. I was going to go across the center of the lane between their forearms, and just because they were both on the same team that game. And I was like, oh shit, this is going to be hard. We got the big guy and Mike on the same team against all us little guys. Biggest guy we have is Pat. He's 6'4". The guy from Peoria High School. Son of a bitch, this is going to be hard. So I just took every time I could, I just took the ball and I ran. And I ran so far. And then just leaped across the middle of the lane and just was, doing flying leaping shots between their arms. Whew, yeah. I think what happened with both those guys is they asked about me and they asked the wrong people like Tony and Pat. And, oh, yeah, no, but he's a drug dealer. And he's screwing Cummins in the ass, and he sells drugs to his own sister. Wow. The things you've heard about me, that you believe about me, were worse than the lies on the memes that you told and heard about Keanu Reeves. Yeah. Nasty Nate, Squirrel Master. You funny, I know. Like a daytime sock show, and that's low. Don't you love him? I love him. That was hard, man. One of the first of any of the celebrities I was excited about. They knew it. You don't think they know that at Fort Huachuca? The one celebrity I was most excited to meet was Keith Elam. And Keith died before I ever left Sierra Vista. Alan told me, Guru died today. What? I didn't know he was sick. So what the fuck? what do you mean he died? What do you mean Guru dead? Right? And everybody's like, you did it. You did it. Well, they made me think the same thing about Michael Jackson, that Michael Jackson knew who I was watching the videos there, and that got him killed and all that stuff. It's like, no. Guys, if I stand up for the Lord's Prayer and Navy SEALs, Green Berets, and combat controllers see you want to get up and stand up for it with me, and they kill you, okay? Me standing up for the truth got good people murdered by murderers? What movie theater are you watching this from? Heil Hitler! Hey, look, it's Idi Amin. All right. He's going to need some enforcers. Okay, take Irving out of the game. We, the Virginia Squires, we the other team, want to win the ABA championship to make more money, to sell cars and boats and planes and trains. And yes, how insane, isn't it, though? Have you ever understood your book of Daniel? Have you ever understand your book of Revelation? Have you ever understood that the books were spoken to people in the past from... These are the people in your neighborhood, in your neighborhood, in your neighborhood. They're the people that you meet when you're walking down the street. They're the people that you meet each day. I thought we talked about this. Okay? I love you guys, okay? How many cups of sugar does it take to get to the moon? According to Max, 3.5. Do you understand? It's funny. Perfect cast. Okay, I love you guys. Where is this going? Wherever we need it to go. Because wherever you want it to go, it ain't working. It's wherever we need it to go. So, Lord's Prayer Worldwide, that's where we need it to go. Where do you want it to go? If it's not the world's Lord's Prayer, you ain't going where we need to go. All right, guys? The perfect cast. All right. Love you too.